name is Jessica Ison. Here I go by Jess, just makes typing a little bit faster. My pronouns are she, her, and I've been with Omnidian for 3 years and 1 month, and I'm very proud of that. My starting title was a technical support associate. And I think by 9 months, I had gone to a technical support specialist. And then from there, I was a technical support lead. There's a bit of a theme here. Currently, I'm a technical support supervisor. With that, technical support for us is with the solar system, we do a lot of support with monitoring and maintenance. So if there's any type of issues there, we mitigate this for our homeowners. So with me, with an associate, you're starting at the bottom level, and I was learning. I was new to solar. So Omnidian provided me the opportunity to learn and grow into solar. And from that, my skills developed and, went to a specialist. After that, I had the opportunity to be a lead, which was a I want to say, two-sided. I was still doing some agent work, still working with our homeowners, but also starting to work with our current agents, helping them to develop their skills and grow. And now currently, so I've been for a little over a year now as a supervisor. My role primarily is I do a lot of onboarding. So any new hires that we have, they go through that training process. And then they stay with me for a while they're developing their skills. Some people have a solar background, some don't. But it's just so they learn the processes and learn how to, troubleshoot with the different systems that we have and make sure that they're comfortable and that they've learned in a safe, secure environment. Yeah, so for that, COVID kind of reshaped everything and made people think, and I was one of those people. And, so I believe it's called an S curve with a career path. One, you're starting out on a career, right? And you may be unsure and it's kind of steady. And then it kind of goes up into that line where you're growing. You may not know everything. You're still, not always confident, but you are growing and learning. And then you kind of plateau. And I think I had hit that plateau in my previous life where I wasn't growing. I didn't feel that I was adding value to my team. And so I was like, okay, why? What can I do? And so I took blinders off and I started looking and I started asking myself questions. If I were to go to a different company, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something that I'm going to leave an impact. My children are they're almost all grown now, but they are going into careers that they're leaving an impact on their world. And I'm like, wow, so I was kind of challenged by them. And so I had come across Omnidian and I was like, okay, they have culture and values. And this was also kind of new to me because the previous place I didn't. And I was like, I can see myself here. I can see that I would be able to add value, but not only add value. If this is true, I would leave or just progress as a better human. And so I applied and it's been an amazing journey. I was more than happy to be an agent. Sometimes just taking a step back to be a better person is well worth it. And that's what I became, was a better person. Like I said, I was more than ecstatic just to be an agent here, to be able to glean and grow from that experience. But to be a supervisor and to take my past experience and then how Omnidian has involved me to be able to bring that to our teams. One of the things that we always say is that you're safe. If somebody comes to me with a problem, I'm like, the first thing is just natural to me now. You're safe. I want them to come to me when they have problems or if they've made those mistakes, because that's what we do here is we create safe environments, because they may say it's a mistake. We look at it as an opportunity. Is it a knowledge gap? What can we do to help you grow in this area? So to be able to help people grow in this industry and with Omnidian, Also, to see them go on to other paths, whether it's escalations or other teams, is a reward that you cannot purchase. My support actually started before my start date. I knew that, since I didn't have that background in solar and I wanted to gather as much information as I could before my start date. At that time, my manager was Rael, and I had reached out to her, and she gave me information so that I could start growing in that, and in the solar knowledge and that. And then throughout that, our training is done by agents and managers and part of the different departments within Omnidian. We are fully supported. But with the training, again, it was the same thing, is that we are constantly supported. You'll always hear somebody say, if you have a question, reach out. And those aren't just words, we mean those. Everybody on my team, all my agents, you'll hear it from them and other teammates that are saying, hey, if you have a question, reach out. The reason why they say that, part of it is our culture is to help, but they truly have a desire of their own to want to help somebody and to see them grow and succeed as well. Also, again, we look at those mistakes as opportunities. And one of those things, when I was going through, was I read a lot, and an author that I love is William Joyce, and he wrote Meet the Robinsons. And one of the scenes is Lewis is an inventor, he's this young kid, and he's always kind of discouraged, but he makes like this peanut butter and jelly gun, and it explodes, and he's just so devastated, and everybody is celebrating his failure. And the thought process is, from success, we don't learn too much, but by failures, we do. And that is what team love is. That's what Omnidian is. There is so much freedom with knowing that you are safe to make mistakes and that they're looked at opportunities, because from that, you're not going to hide your mistakes. From that, you're going to be able to grow because you know that you are safe to be honest, saying, hey, I'm not sure about this. Or, hey, I did this and it definitely wasn't the right thing. What can I do going forward? Do it. That's the best way I could put it, is just do it. Think about this. Where are you on your S curve? Are you feeling stagnant? Where do you want to grow? This is definitely that opportunity, that place to grow. We develop people. We're always looking at how we can help somebody grow. But, we're taking skills in, we're learning skills, and we're also helping. We're helping our different customers. And there's is so much reward because we have a huge demographics here. One of the greatest examples I have is if you are wanting to help people, whether it's internal, external, who's your demographics? There's people who don't have self-confidence, but the way you handle them, it gives them the confidence to go forward. People who are senior saints, we look at them, they don't really feel like they're relevant anymore. And we have an opportunity to show them that they are relevant because they can troubleshoot their system, right? And you can hear it in their voice after those calls that they just really feel better about it themselves. And so this is, one of the, I say, nuggets that Omnidian provides. Transparency. I want to say transparency is definitely one because, we don't mislead. We don't mislead internally and we don't mislead externally. As a company, we are very transparent with, I love quotes, but Reese Witherspoon says being clear is being kind, right? So we're transparent with each other. We're also transparent with our customers. We don't try to hide anything. And I think so many companies try to hide things just so they don't look bad. But we're very honest and say, hey, okay, this is where we are and this is what we're going to do. And so with that transparency comes trust. And I think that is a huge quality that is sometimes hard to find and hard to retain. But at our core, that's one of our values, is trusting. I would say another one is dignity and respect. As our internally, I think one of the biggest things that really blew me away too is office gossip. You don't find it here. It's just, we are a team where it's just, you don't find it here. There's peace here. There is, if you will, one of our biggest things that we go through is culture shock because we are, I would say, a healthy environment. And people come and they're like, this isn't true. And they find out that it is. And they're able to heal. And from that healing, they're able to take our values and thrive with them and also instill those in other people. I said my first year that, when I came to my first anniversary was I'm healing. And then my second one is I'm thriving. And this year I was like, I'm instilling. And so that's a really great personal progress to see how Omnidian, develops and invest in their people. Oh, collaborative. This is a very strong collaborative environment. Whether it's within your teams and then external, we are not an island to ourselves. The one thing I learned very fast is it's encouraged to collaborate. Collaborate brings on better results internally and, for our customers. Is also integrates that transparency. I've met some amazing people here through that collaboration, and the experience has been off the charts. But to know that we work daily side by side, I think of the different departments that we have to help, whether it's process improvement, homeowner actions, whatever it may be, the collaboration to see that, not just my team, but other teams, they have the same values. And that it's just not, oh, we got lucky. No, this is Omnidian, and these are our values.